بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Welcome dear students. This is Miss Leila Al-Jahani. Inshallah today we will continue our unit. Last class we started the unit. Today inshallah we will continue it. Unit 4. Who used my toothpaste? Inshallah today we will cover lesson 3, the grammar. Okay, before we start, let's recall what we covered in our previous lesson. In our previous lesson we covered the listen and discuss, 2 lessons, listen and discuss and pair work. In listen and discuss, we describe problems in family life. We had many photos, many issues, problems very common around families. We talked about these complaints in houses, and also we in pair work we ask and answer questions related to household chores. Okay, this is what we covered in our previous lesson. Inshallah today by the end of the lesson you will be able to use present perfect. Today inshallah we will go through the present perfect again. This is not a new rule for all of us, but today we will cover it with already, yet and just in meaningful statements. Also we will be able to express actions that have happened recently. Use verb plus gerund form in full sentences. Form 2-word verb and use it. 2-word verbs. Sometimes we call it phrasal verbs. Okay. This is what we are covering in our lesson today. Before we start, let's recall. Let's go through the homework. I gave you homework page 111. Do you remember? Have you done it? Hopefully you do. On your book you could see many pictures and you have to name the items. You have to give me the names. Okay, so we will go through the answers quickly. Number 1, it's a nail polish. Number 2, toothpaste. Number 3, mirror. Number 4, hair dryer. Number 5, dishwashing liquid. 6, scissors. 7, hair brush. Okay, and the last one, 8, is shampoo. Okay, this is related to exercise A. Now moving on to exercise B. Answer the questions about each photo. You have different photos and we have to look at the photos and we have to use the vocabulary from exercise A to answer these questions. Okay, so Imad used a toothpaste and water to brush his teeth. What else did Imad use? Look at the pictures and tell me. Okay, so Imad used toothpaste. Okay, he used also toothpaste. Number 2, what did the man use to wash Hussein's hair? So what did he use to wash the hair? The man used shampoo. 3, the woman at the salon, she used nail polish. Okay, this is for number 3. Now 4, what did I put in the water to wash them? You put dishwashing liquid to wash the dishes. صح? 5, Fahad, what did Fahad use? The hairstylist will use a hairbrush, hair dryer and scissors to fix Fahad's hair. صح? To get his haircut. The last one, 6, it's about Ali. What is Ali using to look at his teeth? When he was checking, he used a mirror. Ali is using a mirror. Okay, this is it for exercise B. Now moving on to our lesson. Okay, moving on to our lesson, it's about grammar. We will go through the language rules. We have 3 parts. We will go over it one by one. For the first, page 40 and page 41. Okay, if you can open your books and follow with me. Before we start, let's read this one, this statement. He has just finished his dinner. When you look at he has just finished his dinner. Here, which tense have we used? Can you look at the tense? Can you think which tense did we use? And just finished his dinner. Okay, we use just to describe something very recent, just happened now. He just finished. It recently happened. So we used it to describe, we use just to describe recent events, okay? Think about the tense. Also here, the father went to get the mail. And the boy, what did he say? Dad, I've already got the mail. Dad, I've already got the mail. So here we used already with the same tense. Think about it. Look at the sentence, okay? Also here, we have two pictures here, a mother and a boy. Have you cleaned your room yet? So with the question here, we used yet. Have you cleaned your room yet? And with the negative also we used yet. No, I haven't done it yet. When we look at these expressions together, he has just finished his dinner. Dad, I've already got the mail. No, I haven't done it yet. Looking at these words, just, already, and yet. Here we said, also in the objective, we said we will use a certain tense. Did you figure out the tense? Yes, it's present perfect. The tense we use, present perfect. Present perfect tense, it's not a new for all of us. Previously, we covered that tense when we are talking about our experience. صح? Do you remember? But now, and also we covered it with since and for. Do you remember? But now we're using it with just, already, and yet. Okay? Now, looking at our books, let's read together. Present perfect with already, yet, and just. Let's read the sentences. You can use the present perfect to talk about events that happened before now. The action happened in the past, but it just finished, recently finished. Okay? It is possible that the event happened earlier than expected. Like, for example, if your mother told you to clean your room, for example, and she thought you didn't do it. Okay? We use these expressions. You already finished. You already cleaned. You have already cleaned your room. We use the present tense to talk about events we didn't expect. We didn't know that it will happen early. Okay? These are the two times we use the present perfect with already, yet, and just. Okay? Now let's look how can we form the questions. How can we form the questions? We start with has and have. We already know how do we form it. Has and have, then we have the pronoun has goes with he and she. And then we have verb 3. With yet, it comes at the end of the end of the question. We don't add it here or here. We add it at the end, yet. Okay? This is when we are forming questions. What is the example? The example, you can see it in your book. Have you done the dishes yet? So we use have, pronoun, done, verb 3. Yet, we use yet at the end. We have another way to form questions using already and just. Here, we didn't add it at the end of the sentence. We add it after the pronoun. Has he already cleaned his room, for example? Or have you already cleaned your room? Okay? Or washed the dishes? So this is how we use it. We use already and just before the verb 3. Look at the example in your book. Have you already washed the clothes? Okay? This is the example we can see in our book. We learned how can we form questions. Now moving on to positive statements, affirmative sentences. We have the pronoun in the beginning, has and have, as we all know how to form it. But where do we add already and just? Just the same as the questions, we added before the verb 3 to form a statement. Okay? We can say she has already washed the dishes or done the laundry, okay? Let's see the examples here. You can say yes because we are replying to the questions. Yes, when we are confirming, yes, I've already done them. Or yes, I've just washed them. So just and already come before the verb 3. What about yet? When do we use it? Yet we use it when we are expressing the negative. So we say no, and then we have the regular statement, which is we start with the pronoun, and then we add the negative here. Hasn't, haven't, verb 3, and at the end of the sentence we add yet. Okay, so yet it comes with the negative questions, negative statements and questions, and we can find it at the end, not in the middle of the sentence. Look at the examples. No, I haven't done them yet. No, I haven't washed them yet. Okay? This is the difference between the uses between already, just, and yet. Okay? Now, what does these words mean? When you miss, what does it mean? The meaning is just a short time ago. I just finished my homework. That's mean I just finished and I walked out my room. I have just finished my homework. So just we use it when we are talking about short time ago. Okay? Not yet when we are using yet with the negative. Something expected hasn't happened, but we expect it will. That's mean something we are expecting it will happen, but it didn't happen yet. We use the negative, okay? And yet in questions, this asks whether something expected has happened, something also we expected. We ask, did it happen or no? Okay? We use it with questions. The last word already, something happened before we expected to. Okay? Here the negative, we use it with the positive, already and just. And also we can use it with questions. But yet here only in questions and negatives. Okay? This is the difference between the three words. Now looking at the exercises, can you open your books and look at the exercise A? Work with a partner. Here you will not work alone. You have to work with the partner, okay? Ask and answer about the pictures. You have different pictures on your book and you have to ask each other questions using just, already, yet, and answer using these words, and we have to use the present perfect. Okay, this is an example. Have you done the dishes yet? Yes, I've already done them. This is an example. We can see it in front of us in our book. Looking at the first picture. Looking at the first picture, how can we ask the question? We start the question with have or has. We can say has he or has she, or have you, have they, okay? So we can start with has or have, then the pronoun, and then think, looking at the picture, think about the question. We can say, have you set the table yet? Have you arranged the table yet? Have you set the table yet? Okay? The answer, it can be yes or no, okay? With the no, we use yet. With the positive, we use already or just. Yes, I've already set the table when we are confirming, and when we are denying using the negative. No, I haven't set the table yet. Okay? This is for number 1. Let's look at number 2. What is she doing? I think the picture on your book is different. We can see a vacuum and it's near the bed. So what can we say? Have you cleaned under the bed? We're asking about under the bed, looking at the picture, and we're asking about whether she's already vacuuming the room, صح? But we're not sure if she did under the bed or she hasn't done it. So have you vacuumed under the bed yet? Okay? You can say yes, I have already vacuumed under the bed, or no, I haven't vacuumed under the bed yet. Okay, this is for number 2. Moving on to number 3, they are taking out, excellent, taking out the trash, taking out the trash or the garbage. Can you think with your friends? Can you look at the statements, look at the other pictures, try, this is a speaking exercise, so you have to ask, practice asking and answering these questions. Yalla, let's do it together. Number 1, have you taken out the garbage yet? Yes, I have already taken out the garbage, or no, I haven't taken out the garbage yet. With the negative, we use yet. With the positive, we use already or just, okay? Here we can see a man, he's fixing the door or the cabinet, okay? Have you fixed the door yet? Have you fixed the door yet? Yes, I have already fixed the door, or no, I haven't fixed the door yet, okay? Hopefully this makes everything easier, the grammar. We can see it in exercises. We can see how can we form the questions and answer in these questions, okay? Now moving on to the second part of our grammar. The second part, I want to ask you this question. What do you like to do? Can you tell me, what do you like to do? I like cooking. Since we're talking about house chores, you can say, I like vacuuming. I like cleaning. I like washing the dishes. Excellent. What else do you like to do? I like watching TV. I like cleaning my room. Okay, so I heard a lot of sentences. Let's see. I like reading books. I like eating fruit. I like swimming. I like playing football. These are some of the examples to answer these questions, the things we like to do. طيب, I want you to look at this statement and tell me, look at these sentences and tell me where is the verb. Can you tell me where is the verb in these sentences? Reading, eating, okay. Swimming, what else? Playing, watching? No, this is wrong. These, we don't call it verbs. The main verb in the sentence is like. I like. So the verb here is like in all the sentences. طيب يا miss, we have reading, eating, swimming. What do we call it? We call them gerunds. We call them gerunds, okay? So let's see the gerunds, how do they work? Why do we use it in the sentence? We will go through it together, inshallah. Now, how do we form the gerunds? Okay, we already saw the example. We discovered that this is not a verb, this is a gerund. What is a gerund? How do we form it? We have verb plus ing. You have a verb plus ing. This verb plus ing, we call it a gerund. Okay? Like, I enjoy learning English. Learning here is the gerund. The main verb is enjoy. طيب, when you say, I am reading, I am reading. Reading here, or I am learning English. Reading and learning here, is it the same as I enjoy learning? لا, because we have am learning. This is a present progressive. This is something, a different case. Here, we call it a gerund because we have a main verb. We don't have a helping verb here. We don't have a verb to be, okay? So, gerunds are sometimes function as subjects or objects in the sentence. يعني إيش يا miss? Subject or object? يعني it's a verb plus ing. We can use it as a noun, okay? We can use it as a noun. It can be the subject of the sentence and it can be the object of the sentence. You can say learning is fun. Learning is the subject. And here, I enjoy learning. Here, it's the object, okay? Now, here we can see these verbs in our books. We use the gerunds form, which ends in ing, after the following verbs. Mainly, we can see the gerunds after these verbs. Avoid, you can say, I avoid speaking to rude people, for example. I enjoy learning. So after these verbs, as the main verb, after it we use gerunds, okay? We use the verb ing, and it can function as the object, as a noun, as an object of the sentence, okay? Now, let's read the examples in our book. He can't stand. He can't stand. It's one of the verbs in the list, okay? You can see it in your book. He can't stand waiting in line. I don't enjoy, this is the main verb, sitting in the sun. So the ones in red are gerunds. We miss being with our friends. They stop playing tennis in the winter. So here we have verb ing works as a noun. The main verbs are the ones in blue, okay? Now let's look at the exercise, exercise B. This is the second exercise today. Work in small groups. So here you will not work alone, you will work with your friends. Which of the following do you enjoy doing? Which of the following do you dislike doing? So tell me about yourself. We have different actions. Which ones you enjoy? Which one you dislike doing? You don't like it, you don't enjoy it, okay? Add your own ideas. You can think about other examples, not only the examples in the pictures, okay? Now, looking at the first picture, we have an iron machine. Do you enjoy ironing? How can we answer it? Yes, I do, or I enjoy ironing, or I dislike, or I can't stand ironing. So we used ironing as a gerund. Here we have to use gerunds, okay? I don't enjoy ironing, or I enjoy ironing. Okay, this is how we answered the first one. Let's look at the second sentence. We can see a picture, second picture, picture people inside the airplane. What do you think? Do you like waiting long time? Do you? Or you don't mind? I can't stand traveling alone. They are traveling. The thing I don't like, I dislike, I can't stand traveling alone. I used can't stand as a main verb and traveling as a gerund. Okay? And here we have a boy. He is, where is he? Is he at home? School? No, he is at the dentist. صح? He went to see the dentist to check his teeth. So do you enjoy going to the dentist? Or you dislike it? I don't mind. You can say I don't mind. I don't really like it, or I don't dislike it. I don't mind it. Okay? I don't mind going to the dentist. Okay? Now here we have a picture. Someone is exercising. Excellent. Someone is exercising. How can we form a statement? I like exercising, or I enjoy exercising, or I dislike, yeah, I enjoy exercise, or I don't mind exercising. Any statement. This is not the only option. You can use any option, okay? Now here we have a man. He is cooking. Yes, he is cooking. Do you enjoy cooking? You can say I enjoy cooking, or I don't mind cooking, or I dislike cooking, okay? These answers basically should be about you and your character, okay? Now here we have a shopping cart. It's full. They are where? In a supermarket. So do you enjoy shopping in the supermarket, or you don't mind, or you can't stand? I hate shopping in crowded stores or malls, you can say. Now moving on to the following. exercise. Exercise D, also related to gerunds, okay? We have different words here. We have to arrange it to make a sentence. We have to arrange it to form a sentence, okay? Desert, eat, after meals, can't resist I. So I can't resist eating. Dessert after meals. So this is, we form the sentence. We use the words, scrambled words, to form a full sentence, okay? Can you do the other ones? Please pause the video, think about it, arrange these words into full sentences, and now let's see the answers together. She can't stand cleaning the house. Number 2, our grandparents enjoy living in the country. 3, the children hate sharing their ice cream. So here we arrange the first 3 statements. We have 4, 5, 6. If you haven't done it, please do it. Pause the video. And now let's see the answers together. Number 4, we miss eating mom's food. 5, my sister, 5, let's see the answer. My sister has to stop using my toothpaste. The last one, 6, the workers have finished painting the house. Okay, for your homework, you should do page 112 and 113 as your homework. It's not related to the third part of our grammar. It's only related to the gerunds and the present perfect. Let's recall what we covered in our lesson today. In our lesson, we talked about present perfect and how do we use it with 3 words, yet, already, and just, and how we differentiate between using these 3 words. Also, we learned how to express actions that have happened recently using the present perfect, and also we learned how to use verb plus gerund form in full sentences. The last one here, we will cover it inshallah next lesson, okay? For our fun fact today, we have a picture of a human nose. The human nose can differentiate between at least 1 trillion different odors, different smells, okay? So it can differentiate between 1 trillion. This is hopefully a new fact, something fun to learn. That's it for today. Thank you for listening, and inshallah I will see you next class.